A Central Kentucky man accused of killing another man is sentenced in a plea deal for a lesser charge.
Really didn't think about it. I completed the form and mailed it back in.
Plus a scam targeting people starting their own business. We'll tell you what to watch for.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Good evening. It was not the sentence they were hoping for. Today, a Central Kentucky man was sentenced for shooting and killing another man 2 years ago.
Quante Johnson was originally charged with murder in the death of Joe Randolph, but Johnson recently pleaded guilty to second-degree manslaughter. Randolph's brother tells WKYT's Kristen Kennedy he's frustrated with the court. It's our top story at 5:30.
When the judge sentenced Quante Johnson to 10 years, he turned around and waved goodbye to his family and friends in the courtroom. Johnson pleaded guilty to a manslaughter charge. He originally faced a murder charge because police say he killed Joe Randolph.
He was waving everybody. He was glad to see everybody, you know. But that's the thing. They get to see who they want to see. They can. They got the right to. But we don't have the right.
Randolph's brother Jeff didn't hide his frustration with the court.
The judicial system failed again, you know. It's obvious you can get by with murder.
Jeff Randolph walked out of final sentencing with a dozen family members, all visibly upset at Johnson's 10-year sentence.
I'd just soon spend more money out of my pocket to keep somebody in jail, you know. And I'm sure you would too, you know, if you lost a brother or sister or mother, you know, mother or father due to this kind of a crime. You know, I'm just sick of it. And until these legislators start putting laws back intact to where they protects the innocent, you know, this place is going to be a much better place. But until then, it's going to be a joke.
Randolph's family waited almost 2 years for sentencing. They say they'll move forward despite little closure.
Probably got more closure if we got a little more justice, you know. And we ain't getting that.
In Lexington, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Now, Johnson pleaded guilty to a second-degree manslaughter charge, his first felony charge.
Lexington police are looking for anyone responsible for breaking into a church and stealing hundreds of dollars. Police say that Faith Point Church on Trade Center was robbed yesterday. We're told that someone smashed the glass in the front door. That caused about $200 worth of damage. They then stole a computer, a TV, change jars, and another money container, a total of about $900. It's that final weekend before Christmas, and for those travelers and last-minute shoppers out there, Barbara, it looks like, well, you're in luck for the weather, at least for a while.
That's good to hear. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell has details in our first look at your weekend forecast. Jim.
That's right, guys. Maybe a few flakes of snow tomorrow, but not a big deal. Even maybe some light, very light accumulations down in southern or eastern Kentucky. But again, we're not talking about anything significant out there for you. And there you see our temperatures right now running in the upper 20s, low 30s, a little bit of a chill in the air for sure. Area wide hanging out with those numbers. Now, we checked Defender, and notice here, it's all quiet. We're not tracking that precipitation just yet. That will arrive later on tonight and into the early morning hours for you tomorrow. And again, a lot of it will be taking place just down to our south, and there might be a little gap in the precipitation, which would put it in position across southern Indiana and maybe just to our north, so some light stuff possible out of that. We've certainly seen our fair share of clouds throughout the entire day, and they hold on out there for you. Our main focus of the forecast would be those festive flakes that we're tracking for your Saturday. Again, it just gets you in the Christmas spirit through the day, and then we go on beyond that into Monday, Tuesday, rain, and then all attention on Christmas, and it could be looking pretty good right now. A white one for you. We'll have more details on that coming up for you here in just a few minutes.
All right, Jim, thank you. Thousands of dollars worth of stolen items found in a hotel room. Our county-by-county coverage at 5:30 begins in Madison County. Berea police say they were called to the Holiday Motel because two people refused to leave one of the rooms. When officers searched the room, they found DVDs, tools, and collectibles. 49-year-old John Scaff and 46-year-old Shirley Scaff were arrested and charged with third-degree burglary. Police say eventually the two admitted to stealing the items from a nearby storage unit. In Nelson County, a bank is offering a hefty reward for any information leading to the arrest of a robbery suspect. Bardstown police say the First Federal Savings Bank on North 3rd Street was robbed last Friday. The suspect is described as a black man about 6 feet tall with medium to large build. The bank is offering a $10,000 reward. And in Boyle County, a traffic stop leads to a cocaine arrest. The sheriff's office drug task force stopped a 2001 maroon Ford F-150 in Danville Thursday. Deputies say one of their canines searched 32-year-old Jesse Mayberry's truck and found nearly 2 ounces of cocaine, along with a large amount of cash. Mayberry was charged with trafficking cocaine and improper turn signal.
They arrive in the mail looking like official government documents, but looks are deceiving in this case, and they are at the heart of a scam. These forms, claiming to be from the Colorado Corporate Compliance Office, looked authentic to Scott Harris.
Like any small business, I get an awful lot of these from the state and federal government. And I thought, I really didn't give any thought. I'd completed the form and mailed it back in.
Scott Harris runs a small consulting firm.
They had information about the name of the company, the date we incorporated, other details like that.
But the whole thing is a scam that's gaining ground and specifically targeting people starting their own businesses.
It's asking for some kind of periodic report, and what they're offering is a service to provide documents to file with the state that aren't even really required.
In this case, Harris never sent the fee in, but hundreds of others did. Inspectors say if you own a small business, do your homework.
If it's not a compliance issue that you're familiar with, there's certainly going to be a phone number or an email address that you can contact to ensure that it is something.
Most states have very helpful websites. You can look that up. You can call them to see if it's a legitimate mailing.
I'll certainly in the future, just pay closer attention to them.
Some advice from postal inspectors: always check with your state's attorney general or local business bureau to see if the mailing you've received is in fact legit.
Well, it's a chance to turn their lives around. Today, more than a dozen inmates at the Fayette County Detention Center graduated from the Operation Making a Change program. WKYT's Mike Linden spoke to some of the graduates about what this program is all about. It's new at 5:30.
9 men and 5 women graduated from the Operation Making a Change re-entry program at the Fayette County Detention Center this afternoon. The program is designed to help inmates change their behavior and decision-making when they're released from incarceration.
It's proven folks can change. Humans don't stay on the same course. If we can make an impact in one life, the reward of that is generations of change in families.
Of the 14 graduates from the reentry program, 3 of them qualified for a GED certificate.
It's all about choices, and I've learned that in these programs, that we can have all the tools in the world, but if we don't choose to use them, then it doesn't really matter.
Most of the graduates are nearing the end of their sentence by about 60 to 90 days. Organizers say the program makes inmates more marketable for jobs on the outside if they continue to make good decisions moving forward.
It's important to keep those tools that you learned not in the shed, but in your back pocket with you. You have to take them everywhere you go, and you have to keep telling yourself you are better than what you was.
In Lexington, Mike Linden, WKYT.
It's a great program, and several more inmates are already signed up to the program, with more than 30 on pace to earn a GED.
President Obama's administration is working on a new rating system for the nation's colleges. According to a report released today, colleges would be placed into one of 3 categories: good, bad, or somewhere in between. The Wall Street Journal reports that colleges could be judged on graduation rates, the ability of students to pay back student loans, and how accessible they are to low-income and first-generation students. The first version of ratings could be released sometime next year.